Hello everyone, welcome back to Rank Talks Ball. We are back after the short break that we took after watching Colombia absolutely destroy Panama 5-0 in their quarterfinal game that happened just a few hours ago. And now we're back for the final game of the quarterfinals, the biggest game in terms of names, storylines, all that good stuff. Brazil against Uruguay, a matchup with a lot of history in qualifiers, in World Cup, and obviously in the Copa America as well. It's been a while since we've seen these two teams play against each other, but there are already so many narratives with the coaches, with the players, all the good stuff. This game is going to be insane. Two great teams, great players on both sides, and only one can advance. Many would say that this game could have easily been a final of the Copa America had the bracket been scheduled that way. But fate wanted that they met earlier on in the quarterfinals and only one can advance. Colombia is already waiting for one of these two teams. And they're going to have a very tough test before facing Colombia, whoever ends up advancing, because Brazil and Uruguay both incredibly good teams. And I have to say that Uruguay are probably the favorites coming into this game, which is something that a few years ago it would have been impossible to imagine. Very few years ago, actually, like in 2022, for example. And yet, here we are in a situation where I think it's pretty fair to say that Uruguay have been playing the best football out of these two. Brazil have really not looked convincing at all. Last year was pretty tough for Brazil. They suffered many losses in friendlies, losses in the qualifiers. They dropped points to a bunch of teams. And so now they have this complicated scenario where they also have Vini Jr. suspended, their best player going forward. And how are they going to cope with that loss? Well, they're going to finally start Endricky. The first time that Endricky is going to start in a Copa America game, in an official game for Brazil at all. And we're going to see how he performs in that number 9 position. Welcome, AD. Thank you for joining. It's okay if you're not here for long. Thank you for checking in and coming to the stream, liking the stream. I appreciate all that. So yeah, we're going to see what ends up transpiring this game. Like I said, Uruguay has been looking absolutely fantastic. All of their players are playing very, very well. Darwin Nunez, Facundo Pelistri, Ugarte. Valverde has probably been more quiet than people would have expected. He hasn't been as crucial in the midfield, but he is someone with his quality, can always say what's up. Nicolas de la Cruz has been fantastic. Rochet in defense, Ronald Araujo, the list goes on and on. This team has so much quality all around the pitch, and they are all working as a unit. This style of football that Bielsa has imposed on this Uruguay national team is definitely a sight to behold. It's so entertaining, it's so dynamic. It's like lightning. The pressing is too intense for every team who they go up against, and so we're gonna have to see if Brazil are able to withstand that pressure. Last time these two teams met was in the World Cup qualifiers last year. Neymar got injured, unfortunately, in that game, and that's the reason why he ended up missing this Copa America. Uruguay ended up winning 2-0 in a pretty convincing fashion as well. We're going to have to see if they can replicate that result, or if Brazil is going to get revenge in a much more important game to try and stay alive in the Copa America. It's going to be very intense. Because without Vini, we're going to have to see other players step up. Rafinha, Rodrigo. Endrick is a lot to ask on a 17-year-old to show up, but if you've given the starting role as the number 9 striker for Brazil, there are expectations on your shoulders that you need to meet. So it's harsh on a kid like him, but he has to deliver. He has to show up on this one. Reason is because I'll watch the game on my phone. Yeah, fair enough. I read your message from before that you're gonna be at a party, so no worries there. the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, completely packed with Brazilians, Uruguayans, and neutral fans who just are here for a great match of football. It's gonna be very intense. Big up, Rank. Thank you for joining, Albert. We're waiting for a great game of football. Enrique will rise. The stupid heart is blocking. He's a Real Madrid legend. He hasn't even arrived at Real Madrid. Come on, Albert. So, for predictions. 2-0 to Uruguay. I think Uruguay are gonna win 2-0. I simply don't see Brazil have to fluke a goal, in my opinion. The same way like against Colombia, moment of brilliance, a wonderful free kick shot from outside the box, whatever. Something crazy needs to happen for Brazil to score in this game. I don't see it happening. I think that Uruguay are gonna have the control in this game. Brazil are obviously gonna have chances, but they won't be able to finish them. So my prediction is 2-0 Uruguay. Am I confident in that pick? Not so much, because Bielsa has never beaten Brazil in a Copa America in a knockout game. And I'm still waiting for the collapse of Uruguay, if it's ever gonna come. It may not come ever. Uruguay may win the whole thing and they then go on to win the World Cup, but we never know. I'm still waiting for their aggressive style of football to explode on their face, but not this game. Not this game. I think that Brazil simply have looked too weak as a team. They have the individual quality, but as a team, it hasn't really gelled up, and Uruguay are just on a different level right now. So that is my prediction. Hello, Rank. Hello, Patrick. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you for joining. Brazil will win 2-1. All right, we have some faith for Brazil on this one. I'm predicting this game goes to penalties and Brazil goes through because of Alisson. Fair enough. If it goes to penalty, yeah, there's an argument to be made that one team has Alisson and the other one has Rochet, who is also a great goalkeeper, but Alisson is in conversations to be the best in the world in that position. I'm gonna get this a bit closer, more close and personal. Chat, what do you think of me staying more close and personal? This is not ASMR, don't worry, don't click away, please. As the national anthems will play. So for the other guys, Albert, 80, now Kevin, thank you for joining. Another hate watch, we will be there. No, this is not a hate watch. I don't hate anybody. I have no enemies. I've never done a hate watch before. You just need to go check the bots, and I've never been watching a team because I hate them. Even if I was to hate watch, I actually want Brazil to win because Uruguay have the highest chance of threatening Argentina in a Copa America final. If the semi-final is Colombia against Uruguay, we are guaranteed an incredibly talented team in the final. Of course, Argentina first have to get through Canada, and with how Argentina has been playing, that is not even a guarantee. We should be beating Canada, but we played really bad against Ecuador. I'm out here hoping that Scaloni and Neymar and the boys reviewed the game afterwards and figured out what was wrong. Apparently they stayed up until 4 a.m. rewatching the game to see what went wrong against Ecuador, so I believe that they are working hard to solve what happened in that game, why we looked so bad. But we need to actually fix it on the pitch. We'll see if against Canada we see a better version of Argentina once again. But this game is not about Argentina. This game is about Brazil and Uruguay, two historic rivals in World Cup history, in Copa America history, in qualifiers. These two teams always go hard on each other. The head-to-head is pretty close. In the last few years, it's been pretty Brazil favored, both in Copa America qualifiers. But there's always room for Uruguay to produce a historic win over the football giants that are Brazil, especially now that Brazil are limping and this Uruguay team so hungry, smell blood in the water and go after their prey. As long as Argentina doesn't lose to Canada, otherwise if that happens, just give back the Copa America one last time. It would be incredibly shameful if we lost to Canada. But yeah, Canada have shown to be a very good and competent team, and we need to show up. That is basically it. That is weird. They just showed it. Like Dorival is wearing a jacket, a Brazil jacket that only has 4 stars on it. Like it's an old one. Like if it's from, I believe it's the one from 2002, from what it looks like. The same one that Scolari was using back then. So like, is it maybe like for good luck to not have the 5 stars? The 5 stars are a jinx? So let's see the formation. First, Uruguay, Sergio Rochet is going to be the goalkeeper. Matias Viña, Matias Olivera, Ronald Araujo, and Nathan Nandes as the back line. Midfield of Manuel Ugarte, Nicolás de la Cruz, and Federico Valverde. And front 3 of Maxi Araujo, Darwin Núñez, and Facundo Pelistri. Same team that won against Bolivia 5-0 and the same team that beat the USA 1-0 in those final group stage games. So, third time in a row that Bielsa uses the same team. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know how it goes. And this Uruguay team has been playing great under this formation. So obviously there was no reason to change it today against Brazil. Oh my god, Gomez is starting. Yep, we're gonna talk about it. Wait, Dario Herrera, the referee is Argentinian. Is Silva crying about it? I need to check Twitter to see if Silva is crying about the referee being Brazilian. I'm sure he is. I'm so sure he is. Let's see, where is he? Where is this rat? Did he mention the referee? No, he's talking about Brasileirao. Okay, so the Brazil lineup, Alisson in goal, obviously was always going to be him. Back line of Guilherme Arana, who is now the left back instead of Ian Couto. Marquinhos, Eder Militao, and Danilo. Joao Gomez, Lucas Paquetá, and Bruno Guimaraes as the midfield. And front 3 of Rodrigo, Endricky, and Rafinha. Endrick starting in that number 9 position now that Vinicius Jr. is out for suspension, obviously. So gonna have to try with him. We'll see what happens. Hello to everyone in the chat. Kevin, Albert, AD, Patrick, Musa, Samba, and SSP. Thank you all so much for joining. We have 2 VAR referees from Mexico and 1 from Peru. So this game will go Uruguay's way mostly. And you didn't mention the Argentinian ref, which is crazy. Endrick starting as number 9. Dorival really benching Savio for fucks. Yee. It's a tough conversation, but Rafinha also showed up against Colombia, so like, how do you stop him out? Samba, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Which team will you want Argentina to face in the finals, Brazil or Uruguay? Brazil. Brazil in finals, we win those. We win those every time, especially this Brazil. In the last few years, we have Brazil on lock. Uruguay, last time around they beat us. And it was a pretty convincing win as well, so right now it's easier to beat Brazil than it is to beat Uruguay, as crazy as that sounds. But we'll have to see. May the better team win. And we're underway here in Las Vegas. Quarterfinal game between Uruguay and Brazil in the 2024 Copa America. So we'll see who ends up coming out on top. Whose idea was to put this game in Las Vegas? CONMEBOL is so dumb. Why not have it in the East Coast? Everyone is in the East Coast. These West Coast games are tough sell. Yep. They definitely are. This is actually a lot of responsibility to give Hendrik. I hope he handles it well. Yeah, it's a lot for a 17-year-old, but what are you gonna do? If you have the talent, you have to be the one playing. You got called up for a reason. So now he has to step up. It's a lot for a 17-year-old, but you need to show why. You got that big price tag and you are being hyped up as one of the best footballers of this new generation coming in. He's already shown great promises for Brazil, and he's shown that the pressure doesn't seem to affect him, at least playing for the national team, but this is a different kind of game. We're gonna see how he deals with it. If not, we're gonna have to see more from Rafinha, Rodrigo, Paquetá, these are players to step up offensively for Brazil. The first chance, however, here for Uruguay with Darwin Núñez running down the right hand side, but the ball is gonna go out and it's gonna be a goal kick. Are you a fan of Darwisi? Listen, as a Liverpool fan, I support my boys. For Liverpool, he's been a good player, not necessarily a good striker. He has missed a lot of key chances. And had he been more clinical, maybe we would have been talking about a different end to the season for Klopp. But for Uruguay, he seems to be a different beast. He's on another level. He seems so much more comfortable in this system that Bielsa has built for Uruguay with gegenpressing. Always keep up the intensity. He likes to run a lot, so I'll be here to support him, obviously. The midfield battle is going to be the most interesting part. How are Joao Gomez, Bruno Guimaraes, and Lucas Paquetá going to deal with Ugarte, De La Cruz, and Valverde? That is going to be the main thing for me. Because from what we've seen so far this tournament, the Uruguay midfield is super clear of everyone they've faced. And the Colombian midfield, the Brazilian midfield has looked extremely suspect. This is like the third goal kick for Brazil already. The intensity of the press from Uruguay is just too much. They always try to recover the ball, and even though they haven't been successful so far, they are forcing Brazil into making a few mistakes in the build-up play. Haris, thank you for joining the stream. Welcome again. Here we go. Yep. Remember to read the sign politely. But thank you so much for joining, everyone. Remember to leave a like on the stream. It helps the channel grow and it helps get the stream recommended to more people. So thank you everyone who's been watching these Copa America streams, the watchalongs, all that good stuff, and interacting with the chat. I appreciate you all. I wonder if club system is the reason why Liverpool players aren't as clinical. In the international tournaments, we see Gakpo, Diaz, and even Nunez more clinical compared to Liverpool, in my opinion. There is an argument. There is an argument. Maybe it's the club system. Maybe it's the Premier League. Don't know. But something definitely happens. Gakpo was never a striker, and Klopp was mostly using him as a striker. He's been super effective for the Netherlands on the left wing. But on the left wing, we already have Luis Diaz, who's also very dynamic. He was creating a lot of chances, not really scoring. Now for Colombia, he has gotten the chance to score as well because of all the space that he can abuse on our team's back line. So there are definitely some key differences to the South American and the Premier League game, but all arrows point to the system, definitely. That is like the easiest target, but it could be like a more interesting conversation. I don't know if I have the tools to argument against that. The game is already becoming so physical in the midfield. It's a total scrap, and Uruguay seem to be coming out on top. Enrique pushing so high up, Rochet forced to get rid of that ball, and so Brazil regained possession, but it's a very complicated situation for Brazil currently. Uruguay seems to be overwhelming them. There have been no chances created so far, but Uruguay has really been pushing Brazil to the brink so far. Is my clock behind? Wow, my clock is so behind. What? How am I that behind? I swear, if the clock is working poorly again, I don't know how I was that behind. I'll have to keep checking on the clock from time and time to see if it keeps lagging behind. So I know that Patrick said 2-1 to Brazil on this game. How are the rest feeling? I know the game has already started, but what are you feeling for this game, chat? I think that Uruguay are simply too good at the moment. Brazil haven't shown enough, and losing Vini was a massive blow for this game. But we'll have to see. Maybe Brazil can fend off without Vini. Uruguay will win. Fair enough. Darwisi sends Brazil home. Would be crazy. 2-1 for Uruguay, says Kevin. 1-0 to Uruguay, says Samba. Nunez goal. We're having a lot of faith on Darwin at the moment. For now, the game has been very physical. Both teams are just trying to neutralize each other, which is why we haven't seen anyone go very hard on the offense yet. And the midfield is more like a minefield, because nobody can get through it. Whoever crosses the half-point line gets dispossessed almost instantly. However, here comes Nandes. That's a bad pass, and it's gonna be another goal kick for Brazil. Long pass from Alisson for Endricky, gets cleared away by the defense. This Joao Gomez guy, will he ever beat the allegations? Will we ever forgive him? Alexandra, hey, welcome back to the stream. Thank you for joining. Sorry I didn't make it to Watchalong earlier, but I'm here now and ready for to spill random facts about each side. Hey, I'm all here for it. I love random facts. Thank you so much for joining, and don't worry, the other game, not only did I arrive late for the stream, but it was a total wash. Colombia walked over Panama on that one. 5-0, it's crazy. Alright, something is wrong with my clock. I'm already like 10 seconds behind again. It's been only a few minutes. I'm gonna have to stop this and try to set the speed back up again. Maybe like this speed. And let's see how we can do this. 35. Start. Nope, it didn't do anything. 45. Now. Let's see if I actually don't desync now. The Mats channel, hello! Hello Mats, welcome back. Thank you for joining. I predicted 2-1 to Uruguay in extra time. There is no extra time, Mats. If it ends in a tie in 90 minutes, we go to penalties. So it's either 2-1 to Uruguay in 90 minutes or Uruguay win on penalties, I'm gonna guess, because there is no extra time until the final. The final is the only game of the Copa America that has extra time, which is a bit weird. I would like to see extra time, but yeah, CONMEBOL does it this way, I suppose. My first fact of the day is that Uruguay has 15 Copa America wins. They do, tied with Argentina for first place with the most wins. Brazil has 9, if I'm not mistaken. No spoilers in chat, yes. You guys, I believe that you have finished elementary school and you know how to read, but thank you so much, Aniwar, for joining the stream and reminding everyone of how things work around here. I'm too tired to remember that. 2-1, alright, fair enough. Yeah, thank you for joining the stream despite it being so late in the UK. But, you know, you can stay up partying after England advanced to their third semi-final in a tournament out of their last 4 tournaments under Southgate, which is crazy. Let's see, another free kick for Brazil. Rafinha is gonna take it. Is it gonna be similar to what he had against Colombia? It goes over the crossbar, so nothing like the Colombia one. Although I think it deflected off the wall, so it's gonna be a corner. So at least he gained something off it. Honestly, I don't mind who wins. I did predict that Brazil would win when I was doing my predictions at the start of the Copa America. However, Uruguay looks like the most promising to win it all. So far, yeah, they've been playing fantastic football, Uruguay, and we have barely seen anything from Brazil, only in that game against Paraguay, and Paraguay turned out to be the biggest frauds in the universe. So we'll see if they can actually produce something in this game. The cross from Rafinha gets cleared away by Rochette. Brazil at least keep possession, but Pelistri is not allowing them to breathe on that one. Brazil has been holding more of the possession in the last few minutes. They've grown into the game and they are finally getting over the minefield that is the Uruguayan midfield. We'll see how long this lasts or if they're gonna get a goal off it. As I say that, they lose possession and here comes Uruguay. Play it back, keep it safe. Do you have any cultural food for dinner today? That is from one of the countries that is playing? No, I don't have food today. I had dinner in between the two watchalongs. So don't get distracted with food again. It was a bit awkward last night with me deciding whether I should eat or read the comments because there was actually a lot of people last night. It was like the second most viewed stream after the Argentina against Canada one. So yeah, it went a bit crazy last night. I don't know how that happened, but a lot of people were talking in chat. So yeah, it was a bit awkward. So no, I don't have any food on this one actually, but we'll see now how this evolves. Endrick is down on the floor after clashing with one of Uruguay's defenders. I'm not sure who it was. I like Albert's comment about Endrick being al Real Madrid. He is though. He's a legend, he says. Araujo hit Endrick from behind. Oh, Araujo is just already crab housing. Yeah, there's no reason for Araujo to do that. He's just trying to let Endrick know where he is. He's in a Copa America. Araujo just was letting Endrick know. Why is Araujo always doing something stupid? I don't know. He has to let the guy know. You already did one stream. It was 3:30 AM. Now only wake up. Yavi. Thank you for joining either way, despite it being so late. Thank you for being here and interacting with the chat. Here comes the cross from Nico de la Cruz, gets cleared away. Shot from outside the box, gonna get nowhere. Oh! And the header from Darwin Núñez was so close. Ugarte fires from outside the box. The ball bounces in a weird way, and Darwin Núñez heads it towards the goal, and it bounces off the head of Danilo, and it goes out for a corner. That was a weird sequence of events, and somehow Brazil don't concede. Here comes another corner from De La Cruz, another header, but this time it flies over. Oliveira was the one to hit it with the head on that one, not able to keep it down, and Brazil escape. The Golf Wong, thank you for joining the stream. Happy to have you here. I'm hoping for a good game because Inter Miami hurt me deeply this evening. Inter Miami without Messi is back, and without Suarez too. It's tough. Why Araujo always? Yeah, Araujo doing that too, and it was crazy. It's always funny seeing club teammates fighting in international fixtures. Yeah, Rafinha pushed down Araujo after what he did to Endrick. That's gonna be another corner for Uruguay, or is it a throw-in? But Uruguay really pushing now. It's gonna be another corner. I saw there's a restaurant near the World Cup Stadium in Montevideo that has excellent food. Fair enough, the Estadio Centenario, yeah, I'm sure there are food places around it. Another corner kick for Uruguay. Nico de la Cruz gonna put yet in another header while Endricky talks to the referee. Here comes the cross. Goes long and gets cleared away. Neymar or Vini? Neymar every day of the week. It's not even close. Vini may be the best today, but he's not Neymar. Max Araujo appealing for a foul, but not given by the referee. I said that Brazil were keeping more of the possession around the 15th minute, but since it's been Uruguay actually who has been holding most of the control. As I'm behind again, alright, something's really off with the clock. I don't know what's up. Let's see, maybe I need to have this speed faster. It's the 20th minute, and let's say like 40 seconds. And let's wait for the clock to arrive to that. Okay. Kaká or Neymar? Neymar. Neymar is better than Kaká. Despite Kaká having a Ballon d'Or, Neymar had to go up against Messi and Cristiano to get a Ballon d'Or. It was impossible. Neymar is more talented than Kaká, for sure. No, stop doing the wave. I hate these fans. I hate these fans. I hate the atmosphere of this Copa America. Bring back the drums, the trumpets, the flags, and the chants. I want to see that in South America. Oh my days, what was that? What the heck, Nandes? Nandes tackled his own teammate. Nandes tackled his own teammate. What the heck? JGP, welcome to the stream. Another great game. We are with Uruguay tonight, right? I never want Brazil to win, but Uruguay have looked so good that I feel like it's more likely we beat Brazil in a final than Uruguay. Uruguay look more threatening at the moment. So I wouldn't mind if Brazil knock out one of the tournament favorites, but I never want Brazil to win. So I guess we are rooting for our Uruguayan brothers. Though now Brazil have a free kick. Rodrigo and Rafinha both posing to take it. I think it's gonna be Rafinha from that angle. Looks like it's better for a right-footed player. Here goes Rafinha with the cross. Ooh, gets cleared away by the defense. And Nandes has to clear the way. The main group of England fans don't like the Mexican wave. Yep. The Mexican wave is awful. You can tell the game is boring when there's a wave, or that the fans are awful. Go Uruguay. I don't remember Kaká doing anything in the 2010 World Cup. Well, he was there. He had moments. I believe he scored a goal. I'm pretty sure he scored a goal. Maybe I'm blanking. I don't remember a lot from that Brazil performance. Like, I know they were in that group with like Portugal, Ivory Coast, and North Korea. They beat Chile in the round of 16 and lost to Netherlands. Like, I know who they've played against, but I don't really remember much from those specific games. Apart from the fact that the South Korea game was pretty close and 2-1. I'd like to see Uruguay go through, yeah. Most people seem to be back in Uruguay in this one, at least. If not on their predictions, in who they want to win as well. Sort of late comment, but I also hate the wave. It's such an American thing to do, and it's embarrassing, especially since it's such a joke of a celebration compared to what they do in their countries. For sure. Decolites, thank you for joining the stream once again. Nice to see you. He got a red card versus Ivory Coast. Alright, there you have one thing that Kaká did in that World Cup. Neymar, meanwhile, was the best player for Brazil in 2014, 2018, and arguably 2022 as well, like in 3 different World Cups. He didn't have the team. It's different. It must have been against Chile. He scored against Chile. All right, I was right on that at least. They beat Chile 3-0, I remember. Chile was managed by Bielsa. Oh, that is a tough foul from... Yeah, I didn't get to see who made that foul, but he stepped on Pelistri, and now this is a dangerous freak for Uruguay, especially knowing how good Nico de la Cruz is at set pieces. Did we hit the goal of 20 likes on the watch-along last night? We did. We actually got to 24. It was an extremely successful stream. The second most watched watch-along of this Copa America. Oh! No! How was that not a goal for Uruguay? Amazing cross from Nico de la Cruz. The flag is up, however. Let's see it again. It looks offside. Yeah, it's definitely offside, but so many players from Uruguay arrived in front of Alisson, and no one could score the goal. Obviously, it would have been disallowed either way, but crazy. Woohoo! Yeah, congrats. Congrats to me, no. But thank you everyone for last night's stream. It was really, really good. Like I said, it's second in views out of all the watch-alongs that we've done, second only to the opening game between Argentina and Canada. And I think it had the most interaction with the chat. We had the most people watching at the same time, so many people leaving their comments. It was a great game between Venezuela and Canada as well. So last night was incredibly enjoyable, and it was all thanks to you. So thank you for what we had last night. And we're still going today. Thank you again for joining. I'm glad I got to contribute. No. Thanks to you. It's all thanks to you guys. Let's check in on how many we have currently. Let's try to hit 15 today. Maybe we don't reach the same amount of numbers. We're on 11, so I think 15 is a realistic goal to go for. Let's try to hit 15 today. It's a great game. So like, it deserves to get some more attention. So far, not much to separate these two teams. I want to say that Uruguay have been marginally better, but not enough to make a difference, honestly. It's not like they've had clear-cut chances, neither team. The midfield has been a total scrap. Oh, that is a bad giveaway! Endrick passes it back. No, why didn't Endrick go for goal? Oh, why didn't Endrick go for goal there? That was a terrible giveaway from the Uruguayan defense, and Endrick was one-on-one with Rochet, decided to pass it to the middle, and the pass was a bit too long. And in the end, the chance is wasted for Brazil. And now, here comes Uruguay in the counter-attack. Ball to Pelistri. Let's see what he can work on the wing. Pelistri is gonna go on the way. He's gonna put in a cross. It's a really bad cross from Pelistri. Misses the box entirely. This Uruguay side is really strong. Uruguay won the first World Cup, and the 100 is in 6 years. Imagine if Uruguay win it again for the Centenario, and they are gonna play their opening game in Uruguay as well. So like, we just had 14 people watching. I think 15 might be a bit low. I'm just setting expectations. We go step by step here. That was a terrible giveaway. I think the defense was also confused on the play. Yeah, no, they were a bit shell-shocked after what happened. They couldn't believe that Endrick had that chance and he didn't go for goal. I really thought that Endrick would shoot after he received that ball in that position. Who was it? I think it was Matias Oliveira who tried to pass it back to Rochette, but the pass was so short. Arana with a bad challenge on Nathan Nandes now, who looks like he's in pain. Let's see. Yeah, that is poor from Arana. You arrive late to the play and you still kick the guy. That was 100% a foul for Uruguay. But instead it's going to be a throw-in for Brazil. Rochette plays it long, plays it out. Really imprecise few minutes from both teams. I don't know if they are nervous or if they are just cancelling each other out with their physicality in the midfield, but we haven't seen the best of neither team so far. That cross from Arana was never gonna complicate Rochette. Araujo is now down on the pitch, trying to stretch. Why have Brazil not been as good under the new manager since March? The midfield doesn't find the right tools. Lacking Neymar is a huge blow. It was their best creative player going forward. The defense has been a bit suspect, and the fact that Vinicius and Rodrigo haven't really shown up for Brazil in important games. So I feel like a lot of teams added up to Brazil not playing as well. It's looking really bad. Yeah, no, Araujo cannot continue. They are asking for the substitution and Ronald Araujo is going to get subbed out. Terrible news for Uruguay on this one. Losing one of their key defenders. He got injured on his own there, trying to block that cross. And we're going to have Jose Maria Jimenez coming in to replace his teammate in defense. It's the American air making them play bad. It seems like most of the teams that typically do amazing in the workout just average in the Copa. Argentina can be the exception to that rule, although we haven't really been showing up so much in this Copa America, but we're still advancing and there's potential for us to grow into the tournament as we did in the last two tournaments we played. Started slow, grew back, and just got better every time. So first substitution of the game, very early on, forced substitution. Ronald Araujo out injured and Jose Maria Jimenez coming in to patch in that defense. Terrible news for Uruguay, missing one of their key players in a very important position. And Uruguay can only hope that if they do advance, that this Araujo injury is nothing too serious, so he can play in a potential semi-final against Colombia. I think it's the burnout, too many games, players are tired. Could be. It's always a dilemma with these international tournaments, especially now that after COVID, schedules have been more crowded for football. I don't know, bunch of factors playing in. There's too much football, that thing is for sure. Players cannot keep up. I hope so. It would be very nice to see Argentina grow throughout this Copa, especially in the youth, as it might show a glimpse of what Argentina's future would look like. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot from Garnacho and Carboni in the very few minutes that they got. Oh, no! Darwin! No, Darwin, he thought he was playing for Liverpool. What was that? Oh, an amazing cross from Nathan Nandes. Darwin Núñez is all alone inside the box, heads the ball. He is like 5 or 6 meters away from the goal. He's all alone and he header goes over the crossbar and here comes Brazil on the break. Oh, what a save! Rafinha. Rafinha on a one-on-one with Rochette and Rochette stops it with his chest. Suddenly, back and forth, both teams with amazing chances and now a corner for Brazil. No, I still can't believe that Darwin missed that, but now Rafinha also a one-on-one with Rochette and he wasted. Now he's gonna have to take this corner. Rafinha with the cross gets cleared away. What an insane few minutes we had there. First with the Darwin Núñez miss, and then the Rafinha one-on-one that was stopped by Rochette. Ronald seems very pissed about the fact that he had to come out on that one, definitely. Not looking good for the Uruguayan defender. Let's see, here comes Brazil again. That is a foul, that is a bad foul to commit on Hendrik. And there is a dangerous free kick again that Rafinha is gonna look to try and score. I love Darwin, but it's hard to keep defending him when he's right in front of goal and yet misses again. So tough. What is your third best language? So I took German on Duolingo for like a year. I didn't really get any good. But danke schön and ich bin ein Mann. After that, I know a bit of Italian. Siamo fuori della Copa, said the Italians after they played against Switzerland. E perché? E perché? Per un cazzo. Scamacca è un cazzo. Terrible. Terrible. I don't know how to speak in French, but I can do my French accent. Le vogue, le fifu, merci beaucoup. Arigato gozaimashita. Rafinha with the free kick for Brazil. Hendrik, oh, Rodrigo actually took it and hit the wall. But Brazil at least keep possession. Hendrik has looked good so far. He deserves the Brazil's permanent number 9. Look, if you're not gonna play Richarlison, Gabriel Jesus, or those guys who are apparently washed, just give it to Hendrick. Like, he's been drawing in fouls. Yeah, I think he had a big chance where he could have maybe scored and he had a bit of a doubtful moment in the decision making, but that is something that you can easily fix with a bit of training. So who knows? Like, if Hendrik keeps playing this well, he might have to be the new teenage guy for Brazil to step up as the number 9. He may have to be. What's food from Uruguay like? Pretty similar to Argentina, honestly. They love mate and asado as well. They have this way of cooking meat. They have this dish that is made out of meat that is called lomito. That is really, really good. So good. I had it while I was there. I spent a single night in Montevideo, but while I was there, I got to try lomito and it was great. I believe they also have ceviche, but ceviche is from Peru. But I believe they also have it in Uruguay. Some are like intertwined. I barely sing Bruno Guimaraes because the guy is invisible in the midfield for Brazil. It doesn't work. Joao Gomez and Bruno Guimaraes are two invisible guys. They've been ghosting this entire Copa America. Like, Brazil need Douglas Luiz, first and foremost. And then, like, Andreas Pereira. Like, Bruno Guimaraes and Joao Gomez are two ghosts out there. Brazil have no midfield. They always try to play through the wings and with the fullbacks. The build-up play, they bring up nothing, and defensively they do nothing as well. So like, what is the point? Bruno and Joao are both so bad. Anyway, there's gonna be a free kick for Uruguay. De la Cruz, that was horrible delivery. That they tried to play it to the side, but the execution was so bad, and it's a goal kick for Brazil. For the people who aren't from America, what food would you recommend from your culture? I want to branch out. Instead of eating burgers and pizza every day, I'm a basic American. Hallo Rank, ik ben Mats. Your French sounds... Your French accent sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Peruvian food is great, Alexandra. Yeah, Peru. Arguably best food in South America. I still need to visit Peru. I still haven't been to Peru, but it's every time it's up there in the charts. Is the commentary you're listening to your game in Spanish or English? In Spanish. Right now I'm listening to Spanish commentary. I could not listen to Fox Sports, CBS, or that bullcrap, so I need to have the commentary in Spanish. How posh is Montevideo? Or is that Santiago, Chile? I don't know. Definitely Uruguay has two cities that are like for rich people. Montevideo is not really for rich people. It's just like the biggest city in Uruguay and the capital city. The place for rich people is called Punta del Este, which is majority just Argentinians in vacation, but it's a very popular touristic destination, so it's like a bit for rich people, but I don't know if there's like a posh place. They do not eat guinea pigs, Matt, stop. They do not eat pigeons either. Like here the main rumor is that Peruvians eat pigeons the same way that people from Rosario in Argentina eat cats. But those are just urban legends. Roches is having a good game so far. Yeah, that one-on-one on Rafinha was clutch, and so far he's been very secure, just holding on to crosses that have been coming into the box. Hey, after Messi, which player can replace him? I mean, he's replaceable, but in his position-wise, who plays right wing? Honestly, I want to see more from Carboni. I feel like Valentin Carboni could be the guy on the right wing. If not, I feel like Dybala not being called up for this Copa America is showing signs that he's done for the national team. Even if Messi retires, Dybala is not going to come back. We're moving on, which is a bit sad, but on the right wing, we could see someone like Carboni, or maybe we move on to a two-striker formation with Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez playing together, and we play 4-4-2 and switch to that, but who knows. But beef heart is good. That's all I can remember for Peruvian food. The guinea pigs, that's crazy. English or Spanish? Like what do I prefer? I prefer speaking in Spanish, but it's kind of my job to speak English. Quiet Librarian, thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you to everyone, by the way, but I'm just mentioning the ones who I'm seeing for the first time. Pupusas 1100. Wait, no. What did I... I cannot read. 100 out of 10. I don't know what pupusas are. They don't really sound tasteful out of that name, but tasteful, is that a word? Is tasteful a word? Tasty is the correct word, but whatever. I'll take notes. Like the video, people wrote goal is 15 likes. Let's see if we're already there. Like a lot of people have arrived, but yeah, thank you, Alexandra, for reminding me and for reminding everyone in chat to like the stream. It helps the channel grow and it helps the stream get recommended to more people, so you're helping me out a ton just by clicking a button for absolutely nothing, like it's for free. I asked because after Paquetá foul, the commentators or Fox were going at Paquetá for his betting scandal. Listen, the bigger question needs to be, why is there so much sports betting advertisement? Like watching the Euros and watching the Copa America, 80% of the ads are about betting companies. Like why is there so much betting advertising? And then when you watch the Premier League, most of the shirts have a betting sponsor on their shirts. Like why aren't we asking those questions instead of criticizing the players who are addicted to gambling? Because it's an addiction. We have to treat gambling addiction like a physical addiction, like the addiction to a drug. We need to treat the guys who are suffering from it as victims, not as the aggressors of something. They are doing something illegal, sure, but they need help. They cannot control it. So wait, Messi eats cats? According to urban legends. Argentina would eat cats. They squeeze Chileans. Oh, wouldn't eat cats because they squeeze the Chileans. Yes. The cat meme is still going strong. Do I still have the cats? No, I deleted the cats from the scene, but the cats are still alive in our hearts. Sadly, Chile got eliminated too early for the meme to come back again. Fun fact 2 of the night, Uruguay has more registered teams in AUF per capita than anywhere else in the world. Yes, because their population is literally 3.5 million, so it's crazy how much of a footballing powerhouse Uruguay is with that small population. Enrique is pretty strong for a guy his size. Yeah, for being 17 and that small, he has great physical ability. So intense. The guy is crazy good. We hit 15. Let's go, people. Thank you so much for liking the stream. We still have 45 minutes of football, a whole second half to see if we can reach 20. So let's try to go for that now. Rochet has to come off his line. Oh, and that was a good chance for Brazil. Uruguay escaped from danger once again. Oi, oi, oi. Rodrigo so dangerous on that one. And Uruguay, they still look very disconnected. That final decision in the third, on the final third, doesn't seem to be there. So complicated. And that is halftime. Only 2 minutes of stoppage time were added. Ay. What do we think of that game? It's been really tense. There was a lot of fighting in the midfield. Ronald Araujo tried to push Hendrik at the start, and Karma hit him, and he ended up being subbed out injured. Let's see. I just checked, and the Peruvian food I know is actually called Kai. Like if it's a... I guess it would be pronounced Kui, guinea pig. Them. But Rank, playing in the game and then betting on the game is a conflict of interest. No, definitely it is. It is illegal. You shouldn't do that. But people who are addicted to betting cannot control that. That is something that I learned during a TED Talk that we had. There are actually programs in schools now here in Buenos Aires, at least, to control betting, because it's been going crazy, especially on underage people who shouldn't be allowed to bet, but they just lie about their age and they get their parents to spread credit card and they go crazy. They have no self-control. And what's crazy about people who are addicted to gambling is that they don't gamble to win money. They gamble because of the thrill and the adrenaline of betting, and the things on the line. It gives them that rush of adrenaline that is like addicting. Because if someone who was addicted to betting did it for the money, they would quit the moment they win, but they don't. That is why they are addicted, but it's not to the money. They are addicted to playing, which is a dangerous thing. Would you consider having a black cat? Of course. What is wrong with black cats? Black cats are amazing. In fact, In my previous house, we had a black cat, and he was like the laziest MFer I've ever known. Like when I was little, I used to literally, when he was laying down on the couch, I would lay my head on his body like if he was a pillow, and he wouldn't even complain. He would just be there and let it happen because he was so lazy. He was the best. Vittorio was his name, like Italian mafia, Vito. Um, I don't bet gamble, but if I did for football, I would actually get super rich. Yeah, because your predictions are always on point. You are missing out on money. Don't gamble. I agree on the gambling thing. The sooner leagues can divorce themselves from gambling companies' money, the better, because it's not worth the cost of people's lives. Yeah, the suicide rates for gambling addiction are like the highest of any addiction. It's insane. Brazil used to be the best, but they're struggling a little bit. Yeah, but Uruguay are also struggling. They have not found their best form in this game so far. Very imprecise in the final third, and the only good chance that they had, Darwin wasted it. He was all alone, like in the edge of the small box in front of the goal. No one was marking him, and he straight up sent his header over the crossbar. It was insane. Renk, give us your view of the first 45 minutes in the first half and your prediction for the second half. Look, so far it's been a very tense game, very physical game. Both teams trying to neutralize each other in the midfield. It's been a bit of a minefield there. Whoever crosses the midfield loses the ball. Both teams created a few chances. I feel like Brazil have had most of the offensive momentum in this game, and Uruguay have relied on set pieces and crosses to create threat so far. We have not seen a lot from Valverde. We have not seen a lot from Ugarte. We have not seen a lot from Maxi Araujo. Pelistri was the main winger doing damage. From Brazil, we have not seen a lot from Bruno Guimaraes and João Gomes again. Like, it's been a very quiet game for a lot of key players, and that explains the 0-0 result, but anything can happen now. I still believe that Uruguay are the better team, but they need to find their footing actually. So far they have not been able to play to their best standards. Meanwhile, Brazil have found a few avenues back into the game. We just need to see if they're actually going to be clinical about it. What did Messi say after the Netherlands match? Well, he said a lot of things. I think the most popular one was the "Que mira bobo," or "What are you watching, stupid?" About Wood Weghorst, who was waiting for him on the way to the dressing rooms, and he was just like, while Messi was giving that interview, you can see like after that cameras caught him, like Wood was just staring down at Messi, and Messi was like, "What are we watching? What are you watching? ¿Qué miras?" So I think that was like the most notable thing he said. But he also said that Van Gaal talked a lot of trash, and he talked about his amazing way of playing football, like dynamic, tactical play. And then in the last 20 minutes, he was playing cross and inshallah. How he was a fraud. He didn't say he was a fraud, but basically, and that he shouldn't talk trash before a game because it only hurts the better development of the game. So I was kind of going for that. Said rank is the best in the world. True. Technically, isn't FIFA EAFC Ultimate Team whereby kids have their parents' bank accounts to buy FIFA points and gamble to get the best players? Oh yeah. EA also should be put under scrutiny for their policies about Ultimate Team, the prices of the packs, and just having a pay-to-win game where if you don't pay for packs, you end up having an inferior team, and it's impossible to beat someone else who has actually spent money in the game, right? And yeah, just how much money it costs. and also how now they're trying to put ads into the game, which is crazy. Like, you're gonna pay what, like $60 for a game, maybe more, and then you also have to put money into it, and then you're gonna also see ads in the game. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Did you see Neymar last week? He won $500,000 in Las Vegas during a poker tournament with other celebrities. There is a YouTube stream about it. I have not seen it, but that's insane. Maybe Neymar should find a new profession. You know, he's an amazing footballer, but if his body's already giving up on him, maybe it's time to move to poker if he's so talented. But poker is a game. Like, it's also tied to gambling because of the amount of money and the luck element in the cards and the fact that it's in casinos. But there's more control to it because you actually hold, after you are given your hand, you decide what to do with it. Are you gonna lie about it? Are you gonna go aggressive? Are you gonna fold? So there's a playing aspect, there's strategy, there's good decisions that you can take in poker to increase your chances. There's a way of playing that can increase your chances of winning. For sports and betting in general and gambling, it's just you're throwing your money away and you're hoping that it comes back with a positive. Like, it's crazy. Even in sports, because in sports gambling and betting, they try to sell it as a reward for your knowledge. Like, if you know about football, you're gonna win more money because you'll be able to correctly predict games. But most of the times you're gonna end up losing because it's hard to predict a sport, to know what's gonna happen, because there are so many variables that are out of your control that it's very likely that even if you're very sure about a prediction, that it doesn't come true. Something doesn't go your way and you're screwed. Brazil is playing a lot better than I expected them to this game. I was expecting Uruguay to run away with it, but if anything, it seems like the lack of Vini Jr. is more of a benefit than a hindrance. Is this to blame on Vini? Is Vini dealing the allegations? I don't think this is thanks to Vini not being present. I think that if Vini was in this game, Brazil would have had more chances, probably would have scored. I think that Brazil are definitely playing better. Brazil are playing better than they did in the group stage. The midfield is still nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen, the midfield. But the playing through the wings is actually being effective now. And after that, I think a lot of it comes down to Uruguay not playing up to their level. Uruguay against Panama and Bolivia looked amazing. Against the USA, they had a few doubtful moments and they cut that game pretty close, even with their best 11. And now they are having struggled to actually be clinical in the final third to find the correct pass, and it's tough. They've been relying a lot on set pieces and crosses, and so far it hasn't been working for them. Darwin Núñez missing that chance didn't help, and Ronald Araujo getting injured as well. I don't think it's in Vini, but Uruguay also has to step up. Gosh, the chat is actually exploding on that one, actually, again. What do both teams need to improve in order to win? What mistakes do they need to fix in the second half? Both need more from the midfield. Valverde has been invisible, Ugarte has been invisible, Joe Gomez has been invisible, Bruno Guimaraes has been invisible. Whoever can dominate the midfield the next half and not allow the other team to progress forward is gonna win. The key is in the midfield. Both teams have been doing badly. Whoever can step up is gonna win. If there was a cat meme with Uruguay, what would it be, a kitten next to Argentina? Yeah, just a very small cat. Very small cat. Welcome again, AD. So many fouls. There have been so many fouls. Like I said, the midfield is a minefield. I hope there is some more cat memes out there. The ones I've seen with Chile and Sweden. There has to be one with Vietnam, because Vietnam is also like stretching kind of weird around Laos and Cambodia. So there has to be one with Vietnam. I'm interested to see Michael's response to your Van Gaal. Van Gaal is a fraud, most overrated manager in the history of the game. Uruguay versus Argentina hasn't been a Copa America final, right? No, it has happened before. Maybe not as a final. Has it happened as a final, actually? Because Copa America in the old days used to be a round-robin tournament, like just, just a league table, and whoever comes out on top and ended up winning. But let's see, since it's a final, since it's a one-off game, yeah, no, AD, you're right. Argentina and Uruguay, despite the history in Copa America, have never met in a final. The finals that Argentina have played have been against Mexico, 2 against Brazil, 2 against Chile, and another one against Brazil. So like, and Uruguay have played 1 against Brazil, another one against Brazil, and 1 against Paraguay in 2011. So yeah, we have never played each other in a final. That is crazy. May happen. We have never played Colombia too, so that could happen as well. Poker takes a bit more skill. You like blackjack or craps? No, I don't play. I used to play other card games, but no, not those ones. Should we restrict teams to 6 passes and only 1 back passes to each other outside of their opponent's final third, as well as once you take the ball into your opponent's final 30 yards? That is a lot of rules. I think no, we don't need to disrupt the play any further. As the second half is about to begin, a lot of comments to go through. People have been really active. Thank you so much for joining the stream. So let's see. Rio Herrera, blow your whistle, man. And we're underway here. Second half of this wonderful game. We're gonna see who ends up advancing. For now, this game will be decided in a penalty shootout unless someone finds a breakthrough. No, I don't agree with those rules. I thought about the back pass rule, like basketball, where once you cross the half of the pitch, you cannot go back. But no, I don't want to see that. I'd like to see it get tried out, but I wouldn't want to see it stay permanently, because certain playing styles would become very dominant and oppressive, and I feel like the game would become too repetitive. I feel like the fact that you can recycle the ball back allows for many different ways of playing to be implemented. Here comes a cross for Uruguay. It's cleared away by the defense. Poker is more strategy. Yep, exactly. Gambling is really bad, but it's sad because a lot of the games could easily be really fun, but if they didn't have money involved. I play money-free poker because, yeah, money-free poker is really good. You cannot return a back pass into your own half. I don't know if I like those rules. Geez, the comments. Imagine there's a football road trip. We're not doing this road trip again. We're not doing the road trip again. Can Brazil win or pens? Yes, they have Alisson, and they have good penalty takers. Brazil can win on pens. It's a bit 50-50. It's a lottery. I have no idea who wins on pens, but Brazil can win. I'll go after the second half starts. Alright, see you, AD. Take care. I've been seeing a lot of people moan about Pep ruining football by telling players to pass the ball endlessly and no risks taken. But the problem is not Pep. Pep has mastered a way of playing football that actually works. Ooh, great shot from outside the box from Valverde. And Alisson makes it look easy with that save. But that was a great shot from Valverde finally showing up in this game, saying hello, what's up? But great save from Alisson, making it look really easy. The problem is not Pep. The problem is because Pep has been so successful that people want to copy him but don't really know how to. Pep doesn't play boring football. The people who try to copy Pep do. Just need not to lose in the second half. Yep. I bet you Paolo Guerrero will still be playing at the next Copa America. He better not. He better not, Albert. For Peru's sake and for everyone's sake. Nice defending from Danilo and Militao on that one. However, he gets dispossessed. It's a foul, they say. Militao got like... Yeah, Maxi Araujo almost elbowing Militao in the face on that one. You can see how the game becomes very physical the moment you let this player think. As how they say, yeah, cat memes. Imagine Canada versus Brazil final and Canada wins on pens. It's the scenes. If it goes to penalties based on how many times Darwin has missed already, do we think the goal will be big enough for the ball to go in? Darwin better not miss his penalty if this goes to penalties. Just watching Turkey and Austria rush men for attacks has been so fun without the endless passing nonsense. Yeah, and also we saw that the same last night between Venezuela and Colombia, which I think has been the best game of the Copa America so far. Very entertaining end-to-end game with no midfield. Both teams just creating chance after chance. Back and forth. Very entertaining game between Venezuela and Canada. I really like that, so yeah. Endless passing. I know it's boring, but it's not because of Pep. It's because of the people who try to copy him. We are at 17 likes. Come on, get those likes up. Let's try to reach 20. We have a whole second half of football. To reach those 20 likes, this game deserves it. It's a very, very big game. Remember that liking the stream helps the channel grow and helps get the stream recommended to more people. And it's totally free. So go down there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, and if you want to see more Copa America content, which we'll be making for the few games that are remaining. It's crazy because we waited so long for the Copa America and it's almost over. We have, after this, only 4 games left. It's crazy. Cross for Uruguay gets cleared away and it's going to be a corner. My idea is stolen from rugby league's rule. If a team gets tackled 6 times, they must concede possession. That is cool, because then possession can be infinite in rugby as well. In my opinion, the captain and players involved in an incident should be allowed to talk to the referee. Yes. I think that is what they are doing at the Euros currently. Like if someone not involved in the play or who's not the captain talks to the referee, they get a yellow card. I believe that's what they've been doing at the Euros so far. Now it's a clear handball from Ugarte. Is he gonna get a yellow card? Yep, yellow card for Ugarte for that handball. Messi gave Pep a career. He kinda did. Militao, Jogo Bonito, it was crazy. He went giga for that there for a second. Technically, Pep has already had a career. He was a player before Messi, true, and a successful player as well. But he has definitely been more successful as a coach than as a player. Pep is nothing compared to Sarri. That is a bit much. What do you mean, road trip again? No, you have brought up the road trip so many times about the 2026 boss. It made Sepp Ball cringe a bit, I think. It was crazy. The scenario of us all in a single boss in the 2026 World Cup. One thing I noticed that can make the game boring is the DM. If you have a DM like Jorginho who recycles the ball a lot, that will kill the momentum of going forward. True, it may come to DMs. The fact that Uruguay has no yellow card, well, now they do. Could you imagine if offside didn't exist, Lautaro and La Caca would beat Pele's 2,000 plus goals? Pele doesn't have 2,000 plus, he has 1,000 plus, come on. Oh, good pass from De La Cruz. Darwin Cuts inside, and that's gonna be a corner for Uruguay. Great pass from De La Cruz, put Darwin in a good position, but it was a bit of a tight angle. There was no one inside to pass it to. He got blocked pretty well, but now at least he won a corner. Good from Uruguay, we're seeing better. Valverde is gonna take this one instead of De La Cruz. They are waiting to check VAR in case it was a handball. Sarri is the only one after Maradona to give Napoli life. True. Maybe not. La Caca. Xavi and Iniesta gave Pep a career as much as Messi did. Lol. You're coping, Pookie. You're coping. Pookie, what did your goat do these Euros? Pookie, show yourself. What did your goat do these Euros? And by the way, CR7 didn't win a UCL with Real Madrid until Bale, Modric, and this other guy. Bale, Modric. I'm missing someone from that midfield. Toni Kroos. Until Modric, Toni Kroos, and Bale weren't at his team, he didn't win a UCL with Real Madrid. And even then, the MVP of that final was Angel Di Maria. So, uncomfortable combos. Who carried who? 2026 World Cup was a while back. Yeah, I know. If you get spun by Darwisi, you're a brick. Bro, what is the Darwin hate? It's crazy. The 2000 plus goals is a joke. 20 likes. Thank you, Alexandra, for letting me know, and thank you everyone who liked the stream. Thank you so much for that one. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for making it happen. It's been a great stream so far. A lot of people interacting, especially the second half. And at halftime, so many people coming on to share their thoughts. It's been great. So it's great reading you guys, and it's great watching this game with you. We're gonna see who ends up coming on top, should I say. But that's only but that's only because Ronaldo just felt like winning, which when they came, which is just a coincidence. Beep, 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 beep. You basically meant the BBC era. Yep, the big black. How do you even pronounce that? Wilbert. There's a show called Gordon, Gino, and Fred's Road Trip. Yes, I've seen it. It's really good. They do a road trip with Gordon Ramsay. It's really cool. I've seen it. I love Gordon Ramsay. Free kick for Brazil. It's in the middle of the pitch, like don't worry about it. But Bruno just plays it back. Tense game. Big. I meant Bale, Benzema, and Cristiano. Oh yeah, I meant that as well. 10 Dayton. Yeah, I meant that as well. Don't worry. But if you don't like the road trip, then imagine Seb Ball getting pranked. Stop, Matt, stop. Let's see, this is a chance for Brazil. Crossing. Endricky is not able to head that well, and that is an easy save from Rochette, who plays it quickly. He's seen Darwin Núñez running into space. Here comes Darbibi facing Militao. Is he gonna pass it? Is he gonna dribble? He loses possession. Here's a shot from outside the box over the crossbar. Goes Maxi Araujo. That's the end of that. I know today's football is technically better, but watching Riquelme, Verón, Seedorf, and Beckham hit high frequencies or vertical passes was so satisfying. It was men taking on men. Yo, pause. Yo, my stream is back. My stream had died on me and it didn't dare to come back. Bruno Guimaraes is protesting about something. That was definitely a corner for Brazil, but... Men taking on men is crazy. Like, Pride Month is over, bro. You know it's illegal to be gay outside of Pride Month, don't you? Kidding. I love you all. I also remember this. BBC or MSN? For me, I usually preferred BBC back in the day. Cat. Yeah, exactly. Could have been CBB or BCB. Nah, but Cristiano was on the right, so like, had to be. No, MSN was better. MSN was clear. Vamos. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Welcome. Yo, can you do a River Copa Libertadores review? The Boca Juniors one was sick. So, this is just for the people who are here on the stream. I'm gonna reveal one of the big plans that I have. One of probably the biggest project in my channel's history after the Boca Juniors review in the Copa Libertadores. I want to do not one, but 2 videos on River Plate, just to compensate so that people know that I'm not biased. Obviously, I'm a Boca Juniors fan, but I want to share with people the history of River Plate, especially in the last few years. I want to make 2 videos, a 2-part documentary. The first part of the documentary is going to be about River Plate's relegation to the 2nd division. And the second part is going to be about when River got promoted back up and how they went on to win 2 Copa Libertadores and 1 Copa Sudamericana with Marcelo Gallardo. So it's going to be like the death of River Plate and the revival of River Plate. That is the big project for the channel that I still haven't even written the script. Like, it's literally just an idea that I have, but it's on the works. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna do something with River Plate. I wanna do that 2-part documentary, first on the relegation and then on their success after promoting back up. So I'm gonna do that. Damn, rank. Yo. Chill. I'd rather call it CBB. Hang on, Ronaldo played on the left. I remember he played on the right for Man United. Yeah, the C is on the right. B on the left, B in the center, C on the right. That is how it goes. BBC in the UCL was better. Shut up. Real Madrid tax. Offside against Bayern tax. That would be interesting. Thank you. I like it. Happy to hear that you like that idea. You earned a sub. I've always been interested in Boca versus River, but there isn't much coverage in English aside from the Copa 90 video they made. Yeah, that is true. That Copa 90 video has like a lot of views. I've watched it a few times. But yeah, the Boca Juniors did really well. It was, I believe it is the 3rd most viewed video in my channel after the history of the Copa America and the documentary on the 1978 World Cup. So I want to do that 2-part documentary on River Plate. After River won the Copa in 2018, it is like even between River and Boca in terms of bragging rights, or is it still Boca's favor? No, I think that it's even in bragging rights because now the discussion is what is worst, and I want people in chat to tell me what is worse, relegating or losing an Intercontinental Cup final against your biggest rivals. What is worse? That is the discussion that is had in Argentina for the last 6 years. What is worse, relegating or losing an Intercontinental final, Champions League, Libertadores, whatever the case, against your biggest rivals. What would be worse? And the River fans always argue that it's worse to lose a final and therefore they are the best. And the Boca fans are going to say it's worse to relegate. So they are still clear and River are still in the mud for relegating. Something that Boca still hasn't done in their entire history. So that is the conversation that is always had. But yeah, the River Plate documentary is going to go in depth, both in how River ended up getting relegated and how they promoted back up and ended up conquering South America. That is going to be a yellow card for Joao Gomez. All of the Brazilians protesting on that one. Oh, that was a tough challenge from Joao Gomez, yeah, definitely. He played on the right a few times, but mostly on the left. He was a left winger. Bale and Ronaldo kept switching sides for club and country. It just models my memory. Looking forward to a River Plate video because the Boca video is what got me to the channel. Glad to hear that. I'll try to get it to work. There are other videos that are loading that I'm gonna give priority, and I also wanna have insights from River Plate fans that I know before making those videos, because I don't want it. Since I'm a Boca fan, I don't want to be biased and be too critical of River. I want to see what their own fans thought about those two stages, like both the relegation and their glory days after that. So I want to have also River fans giving their insights before I write the script. So it's going to take a lot of work, but now you guys know that is something that is eventually in the medium term coming to the channel. So let's see. Losing to your rivals in a final. I could never see as a Newcastle fan. If we ever lose to Sunderland in a final, I would give up. The problem is that Newcastle have relegated before many times in the past. Newcastle have been in the Championship a few times, even though they are a big club. Like, they are not top tier in England. They know what it's like to be in the Championship. River relegated for the first time in their history. They were supposed to be one of the big bads of Argentina, and they went down. The most disgraceful thing to happen. Personally, I'd pick a Champions League final win over my biggest rival because I've already experienced relegation. See, that is the key difference. If you've already experienced relegation, you want to beat your rivals in a final to get that sweet taste of victory head to head over them, which is the fact that you did it by your own hand is the thing that makes it the most special. But the difference is that the teams you guys are talking about have experienced relegation. If I were to ask a Real Madrid fan, would you rather lose a Champions League final to Barcelona or relegate? Relegating with Real Madrid is crazy. And for a Barca fan as well, they would think of the potential bragging rights of the other option, like how they would get mugged for life if they lost a final like that. But relegating is crazy, especially for a team that is top in their country. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus relegated, but because of the cheating scandal. But AC Milan, Inter has never relegated. Manchester United, Liverpool. I know that Man United and Liverpool have relegated, but just saying, like, big bads of those countries going down in the modern era would be like insane. Good thing Newcastle and Sunderland will probably never play each other in a final, lol. Yeah, we'll never have to see that. Yet alone as a Premier League game. Poor Sunderland. Maybe one day. Shot from outside the box for Brazil. Gets cleared away, and here comes Uruguay on the counter-attack. They get denied. Oh, that was a great tackle. And here comes Maxi Araujo trying to escape off Militao. That was not a foul. Bentancur, Darwin trying to escape his man, gives it to Pelistri. Oh, the play kinda continues. Let's see what Uruguay can make out of this. Here's De La Cruz. Nathan Nandes puts in a cross. It's a very bad cross, Nandes. Holy crap. Why did you become a Boca fan anyway? It is a parent thing, city location or personal preference. No, my parents, my dad. I was not born in Buenos Aires, but my dad has always been a Boca fan, and so I became a fan because of him. And I'm more than thankful to him for that. Because even though it's been, we've lost a lot of finals together, there's been a lot of heartbreak, but being a Boca fan is the most beautiful thing in the world, and I have him to thank him only. I can't remember the last time either Derby County or Nottingham Forest reached a cup final. Yeah, like those clubs, they are used to relegation, so they would obviously pick losing the final as the most hurtful thing. Losing the final would be embarrassing for those clubs because they know what relegation is. But if you don't know what relegation is, the perspective changes so much. Yeah, I'd rather we get relegated, but we at least got promoted immediately, whereas Sunderland have been non-Prem club for like 7 years. This game is probably gonna go to pens at this rate, yeah. This rate, yeah. And also we did beat Sunderland in the FA Cup earlier this year, that is true. I feel like in Argentina it's more of your rivals being shit than you're being good. Yeah, that is something that happens a lot with Argentinian fans. Like, the passion is so intense that sometimes it goes overboard, and fans would rather see their rival club lose than see their own team win. That is also something that is very deep rooted in Argentinian football culture. But even then, I would like to ask that to like Real Madrid and Barcelona fans, like relegating or losing a Champions League final to the other. Because now I'm talking with fans of clubs who are used to relegating, but it's different when you've never relegated in your history. It's different. You think River can win this year's Copa? Also, how did Boca choke qualification into this year's edition? River can win this Copa because they have to play. They don't have to play a Brazilian team until the semifinals. The round of 16 opponents, Talleres, are gonna be extremely tricky. They don't have a great track record against them in recent years. The quarterfinals, if they do get there, should be pretty easy against either Junior or Colo Colo. And then in the semi, also they have all their second legs at home. They have all the second legs at home because they finish as the best placed team in the group stage. So River closes out every tie at home. They have an easy path to the semifinals. If they beat the Brazilian team in the semifinals, the final is at home because the final is already in Buenos Aires and most likely in the Estadio Monumental. So River has everything to win this year's Copa. And Boca choked because last year we were too focused on the Copa Libertadores. We sacked the league. We played a lot of B teams in the league. We lost a bunch of stupid games, and in the end we didn't have enough to make it to Copa Libertadores. So not only we lost the Copa Libertadores final, but we didn't even make it into the new edition. Ooh, that was tough from Nandes. That almost twisted Rodrigo's ankle. No, that's definitely a yellow card, and it could have easily been a red for Nandes. He almost twisted. Oh, he's going to VAR. Oh no. That could be a red card for Nandes. He twisted Rodrigo's ankle. Yes, he got the ball. I'll admit, he got the ball. So he didn't have ill intention, but don't show that. What the heck? He twisted Rodrigo's ankle. That could have been so bad. No, he's getting sent off. Nandes. Former Boca Juniors player, by the way. No, Nandes is definitely getting sent off for that. If Dario Herrera wants to see it. How bad. The thieves are also working tonight. Look, I'm already ready to change the name. Let's see it. Does it change the decision? Let's see, the final decision. And it's sent off. And it's sent off. We're at it again. We're at it again. We're at it again. And the last few minutes of this game, Uruguay are gonna be down a man. Let me load the red card. Not there. It doesn't need to be there. It needs to be... Oop. Don't move that. Move only the red card over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, but he could have easily broken Rodrigo's ankle. That could have been such a nasty injury. No, Nandes had no right to go that hard. I agree with the red card. That is a red card. That is a red card. I also already answered this question. Reaching a cup final these days is a huge achievement for Derby and Forest. Yeah, I know. From that perspective, yeah, I can understand. For Giants, reaching a final is not a big deal. It is a big deal, but not as big as a deal. And relegating is a huge deal because if you've never relegated in your history, like I said, depending on which fan you're asking, their answer is going to be different. It's a matter of perspective. It's a culture of hatred and I respect it. Fair enough, yeah. I have a feeling Brazil wins on penalties. I haven't really seen anything much on the second half, and that got me excited, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot with the chat. I support West Ham, and we won European title like a year ago after 40 years of no titles. Yup. Rodrigo goes for goal. He's the wall. And gets cleared away by the Uruguay, who... What are Uruguay gonna do? I feel like Uruguay will try to hold on now, and Brazil is gonna be the one who has the momentum and who tries to win it before penalties. We could see a shift in the momentum here with what little we've seen in this half. Although here comes Darwin Núñez, he's all on his own. Now he's trying to get support. Is that a foul on Darwin? No foul, says Herrera. No foul, says Herrera. Barca fan relegation would be the worst. That would be pathetic. It's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of perspective. Yeah, for Barca, I would agree. Relegating would be worse than losing a Champions League final to Real Madrid. Even though that would give Real Madrid fans banter right for life. Only the likes of Man United, the Big Six, Villa and Newcastle would take relegation over a cup final lost to the rivals. Yeah, that is a fair argument. But that's why, from the perspective of Boca Juniors and River fans, relegating is a lot worse. Now, beating your rivals in a cup final feels a lot better than seeing your rivals relegate. We can all agree on that. It's worse to relegate, but it feels so much better to do it yourself against your rivals. Anyway, substitutions for Uruguay. We see Facundo Pellistri being subbed out, and also Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez and Facundo Pellistri both being subbed out. And we see Georgian de Arrascaeta being subbed in to the midfield. And also... who else? Guillermo Varela. So wait. Is Maxi Araujo... Is it a 4-5-1? Is it a 4-5-1? Or is Varela gonna play as a second striker with Maxi Araujo? Oh, this is weird from... He's definitely going to hold the result, but taking Pellistri and Darwin off before penalties is crazy. I mean, maybe you don't trust Darwin on penalties? I don't know. So that's the end of Darwin. And now, yeah, Uruguay are playing with 5 midfielders. It's not Varela's second striker with Maxi Araujo. It's, I guess it's 4-4-1 because they are down a man, obviously. It's 4-4-1. It's not the thieves. Like that was definitely a red card. Yeah, South America's lost. Yeah, it was coming. Why check this one? What about the others? There's no reason to not give that red card. Definitely a red. But it's the third time we've done a Brazil watch along, and it's the third time that I need to switch to Brazil. It's crazy. Trying to hurt my boy Rodrigo. I want Uruguay for penalties. The good thing is that Newcastle fans will never suffer back-to-back relegations and play in the third tier. Never say never. Never say never. Uruguay will hold the result and win on penalties. I hope so, they say. I think in England the only team which is in some resemblance to Boca in terms of no relegation is Arsenal, probably. Yeah, but Arsenal doesn't have the titles in around the continent. That's what Arsenal doesn't have, continental trophies. Boca is huge in South America, the biggest club. Hey, do you watch MLS, buddy? Like in India, we started watching some Barca players, so do you watch? Yeah, I've been watching Inter Miami, I cannot lie. I began watching Inter Miami when Messi won there. I can't lie about it. I asked a friend to lend me his MLS pass account, like Apple TV, and I've been watching Inter Miami with Messi. But now when Messi doesn't play, I don't watch Inter Miami, so I cannot say I'm an Inter Miami fan, even though I have the shirt. It's like Darwin subbed off. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Oh, cleared away the cross from Rochet. Brazil now is the one who's gonna go for it. Soy celeste, celeste soy yo. Cleared away. Is that a corner? It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. 3 substitutions for Brazil. Let's see. Paquetá gets subbed out. Rafinha subbed out. Joao Gomez subbed out. Paquetá, Joao Gomez, and Rafinha subbed out. Douglas Luiz, Andreas Pereira, and who else? Savinho. How did River choke the league that badly to get relegated, or was it that they were that bad? Also, what happened to the players the following season? No River fans, they could have died. You're gonna see, whenever I make that documentary, you're gonna see how River got relegated, what happened to the players, and what happened to the fans. Rochette, conveniently, is down injured. Today, Inter Miami lost 6-1 to Cincinnati. Wait, really? I wasn't checking the result. During the last watch-along, Colombia-Panama, I saw that from a notification that Cincinnati had scored the first goal, but 6-1 is crazy. Paquetá is out. Yeah, but they brought in Savinho. Soy celeste, what means? I'm light blue, baby blue, like the Uruguay shirt. Yeah, I'm sky blue. It's a pretty vanilla chant, to be honest. It's really vanilla, but since it's so easy to learn, it's become like the most popular, you know, in Uruguay. Brazil versus Baruguay and Argentina. Hey. It's the third time that we have Brazil in the channel. In the game against Paraguay, they got a dubious penalty, and I had to change it to Brazil. In the game against Colombia, they ruled out that goal for offside, and now the red card. It's always Brazil, man. It's always Brazil. Savinho The ball is still in play. Savinho is still fighting against Ugarte. Ugarte was just pushing him. Ugarte is so dirty. Ugarte is so dirty, man. I love him. Ugarte doesn't give a crap. He's gonna push you, he's gonna bite you, he's gonna take your shirt, he's gonna take your pants, he's gonna take your wife. The man is crazy. Canada in the semis is crazy. Canada in the semis is crazy, but the bracket decided it that way. Light blue, sky blue, it's the same. Baby blue. People also say baby blue to say celeste. I think my clock is ahead. Ooh! Hendrik with the shot from outside the box is saved by Rochette. Hold on, now I'm actually ahead. The clock has been working so funny today. Now I'm actually ahead. Let's see. The clock has been working pretty funny. Canada in the semi-season so crazy because of the path. Yeah, they finished second in the group and they had to face Venezuela, who topped their group. Like, it's just how it works. And Venezuela, you know, I favored Venezuela to win that game, but it wasn't meant to be. Canada played better. They didn't get it done in 90, so they got it done in penalties. Savinho is trying so hard, but Uruguay is not going to let you through. But the problem is that Uruguay subbed out all of their offensive presence, so they cannot go in the counter-attack. They brought in players to hold possession, but they are not holding possession, so I don't know, it was a bit of weird substitutions from Bielsa, in my opinion. TBH, the craze about football in my country is Maradona in 1980 and the 90s. 2 times came and he promoted the game, and that's why you can see Indian Argentina fans. Yeah, and also after what he caused in 1986, beating England with those 2 goals. First the hand of God and then the goal of the century. You know, after what the UK did, colonizing India, Bangladesh and Pakistan, all of that area became fans of Argentina because of Maradona and him dunking on the English so hard in front of a live audience of TV around the world in the biggest stage. How can you not love the man? I don't like Canada being in the semis, it just feels wrong. It feels wrong that we didn't have USA out of their group, but they bottled it against the Panama, and Panama then got destroyed by Colombia today. Brazil, yo. Crazy. Venezuela's lack of big game experience is a problem, since they are the only CONMEBOL side without the World Cup appearance. Yeah, but Canada hasn't really had a big game experience besides the World Cup. So like, both teams were inexperienced in this stage. 2 other substitutions, Rodrigo and Bruno Guimaraes getting subbed out, Evan Nilsson and Gabriel Martinelli getting subbed in. So Dorival really going for it, but I'm surprised that Rodrigo gets subbed out before penalties. Bruno Guimaraes as well. And Evan Nilsson and Gabriel Martinelli are going to be the choices. I'm going to be honest, this hasn't been the best quality game. Nope, it hasn't. This is a dangerous free kick that Uruguay has. It could be the opportunity. Federico Valverde is going to take it. Valverde goes for goal. That is very wide. I think it hit the wall. So yeah, it's a corner. Yeah, it hit the wall and it went over the crossbar. So yeah, corner for Uruguay. This could be one of the few opportunities that they have, considering that they are down a man, and with how little time there's left, Uruguay really need to make the most out of this situation. Georgian de Arrascaeta, Flamengo player, gonna have to put in a good cross, deliver a good service. Let's see. Georgian with the cross, cleared away. Uruguay keep possession. They need to try to not lose the ball now. And they just lost the ball, and here comes Brazil on the counter-attack. They stop it with a foul, and that should be a yellow card. Yo, that not being a yellow card is crazy. Stopping the play like that. I think there is a gap in this tournament between Argentina and the rest. This is almost kick and run, but Argentina hasn't looked the best either. Is Colombia the best team of the tournament? Real talk. Is Colombia the best team of the tournament? Real talk around here. Argentina needs to improve. Argentina have the highest ceiling, I think. But Argentina had to improve on what we showed against Ecuador. It was not good enough. Bro, if God asked me which type of luck do you want to, I will say England at last. They will survive. In the Euros, the England plot armor has been insane. I enjoyed America not making it out of the group of 16. That is going to be a goal kick? Or is it a foul on Andreas Pereira? Nope. Goal kick. Canada might well become a hockey and soccer nation now. Americans have too many hobbies to care about European ball. Yup. Canada being one of the CONCACAF representatives to get this far is awesome. To be honest, like Jesse March was a great pickup for them, and I'm hoping they put up a good match in the semis because they've been fun to watch. Yeah, true. We'll see what they can do against Argentina. It's going to be a rematch of what happened in the group stage. I agree, but after seeing Leeds flopped in the Premier League, I was nervous for Jesse. But he really did great with the Canadian team. And that only puts more blame on the US Federation for not hiring Jesse Marsh when they could. I'm baffled at how much Canada has struggled so much at European football. They had their own version of American football that no one knows about it. They don't have much of baseball nor basketball. They do have basketball. They have the Toronto Raptors and big culture. The inventor of basketball is Canadian too. Do you really think CONMEBOL would let a CONCACAF team win the Copa America? It's all fixed. Come on, no, JGP, no. I think Honduras has been the best at this Copa America. True. Mexico lost a couple of Copa America finals, yeah, against Argentina and Colombia. Colombia is, especially with their unbeaten streak. There's a talk there. Hey, now only notice you made Brazil. Just imagine if Argentina versus Brazil would happen again and I'm ready to watch UFC and football at the same time. We're going to the bar for both Argentina games that are remaining. Greg Berhalter makes Southgate look good, no joking. Yup. Encore basketball is actually growing in Canada, but they have a lot of guys in the NBA. The best of America is the best of the champion of the world, champion of America and the winner of Finalissima. True. Facts, US Soccer has dropped the bag into traffic by not hiring Marsh. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Is someone gonna win it? Or are we headed to penalties? Tense final minutes. So the last shootout that Brazil has had, obviously, the one against Croatia in the World Cup, which they lost. In the Copa America, the last one, 2019, where they beat Paraguay in the quarterfinals on penalties. Uruguay, last Copa America, they lost to penalties against Colombia. And in 2019, they lost to Peru on penalties. So not the best track records for both these teams on penalties. Who is your top 5 pen tankers from both teams? I have no idea, bro. Especially with all the subs, I'm like getting a bit lost on who's actually on the pitch and who's gonna take which penalty. Basketball doesn't have much of a huge international tournament scene besides the Olympics. I've never seen a single basketball World Cup game or whatever it's called. But the World Cup of basketball is huge as well. It's crazy too. It's very big. I think the Olympics is better than the World Cup in basket. But the World Cup is also big. Germany won the last one against Serbia in the final. But the Olympics, unlike football, the Olympics is bigger than the World Cup in basketball. Aguante Celeste. But last time what happened, bro, like both countries started fighting crazy. Yeah, it's UFC between Argentina and Brazil. We have to be headed to penalties with how they are playing at the moment. Yeah. But let's see. Brazil have possession and driving forward. There is someone bothering from Uruguay trying to not get the good position. Here comes Martinelli. Tries to put in a cross. Gets blocked. It's going to be a throw-in for Brazil. Last 2 minutes. Martinelli doesn't know who to pass it to. Basketball World Cup was in Philippines as well. Yes, sir. Oh, cross from Hendrik. Valverde clears the ball away and it's a corner for Brazil. The fans are going crazy finally. We're seeing more passion from the fans. Oh, it's not a corner. It's a goal kick. That's why Valverde was like celebrating like that. Valverde always celebrates those things like winning a corner, winning a goal kick. And conveniently, Matias Oliveira is down on the pitch. But he gets back up like nothing happened, obviously. If a player is picked up to take a penalty, but during the match they get a yellow or a red card, do they still take the penalty? I don't know how that works. If they get a red card, obviously not. They have to be sent off. But in the Aston Villa against Lille penalty shootout, Emi Martinez got a yellow card during the game, and then he got a yellow card during the penalty shootout, and he didn't get sent off. So I think that the yellow cards like reset after the game is over and the penalty shootout starts. So that was very weird. I'm British, so I might be one of the few Chinese people to not have any enthusiasm for basketball. There goes the final whistle. Penalties. We go to penalties. Aguante Uruguay. ¿Cuánto añadió? 5 minutos. Carliños. Lito, suscribite, Lito, suscribite, boludo. Dejale like. 5 minutos, I digo. What is Darwin doing? He's sitting on the bench because Bielsa took him off in like the 79th minute. Like the Euros, 3 of the 4 Copa go to pens. Yep. Colombia was the only one to get it done in 90s and they did it in style. Argentina did it in penalties. Canada did it on penalties. Who is gonna do it on penalties in this one? That was a thriller, so many goals. Ooh. No, but it was a tense game. You can tell that both teams were more focused on not losing than trying to win. And yeah, it was a very physical game. Very physical game. There weren't that many chances, but it went crazy. No extra time in Copa. No, only the final has extra time. Only the final has extra time. We go straight to pens. No, I meant why Darwin is arguing with the referee. Oh, I don't know. Something weird must have happened. Welcome back, AD. Welcome back, Hadis. Remember, everyone, no spoilers in the chat. Whenever you see a penalty get scored or saved, don't type it in chat until you see my reaction. Ay. What's gonna happen? This is anybody's game, I feel like. Penalties, this is truly a lottery. Like I said, in recent years, both teams have had bad experiences with penalties. Who is it taking? Guys, quick prediction. No spoilers, really no spoilers. Quick prediction, chat. Can I make a poll? I've never done a poll before. Hold on. Start a poll. Quick. Everyone, vote. Who wins? Who you got? Let me see it. I can even see the footage of the match. Fair enough. Well, I'll be your informant then, but for that I need the other people in chat to not spoil me. I'm not telling you that Argentina will be champion. That is a big spoiler. The time is different, plus keeps getting thing real. See, Brazil Arruga, 41 fouls in the game. Damn, that was worse than Chile and Peru somehow. It's 50-50 out of 6 votes so far. Awful game. It was tense. It was a classic. It was a classic. It was a derby. It was drama, and we only have more drama guaranteed. There weren't that many clear-cut chances. So in that regard, it was a bit of an awful game. And the second half, we were basically only speaking with chat. But now it's anybody's game. Uruguay has taken a bit of an edge. I cannot vote, by the way, so like I'm not tipping this anywhere. Encore, go to the app and go to Fox Sports 1. With the way things are going, I'm thinking Brazil is going to sneak out the win. Eight votes, and the bidders are going towards Uruguay. Brazil joined CONCACAF. Yo, that's a bit crazy. Bolivia should join CONCACAF. Promote Canada to CONMEBOL. Seriously, my stream is buffering now. I'm gonna change the stream. I don't want to keep buffering during the penalty shootout. I think this stream, the one that I picked, is even more behind than the one that I had before. So even more so than ever. No spoilers in the chat, because I had to pick a new stream because the other one was buffering. But this one is even more behind, I think, because I'm seeing the draw again. So I'm even more behind than before. If I was behind before, I'm even more behind. So please, no spoilers, everyone. No spoilers, everyone. Uruguay is gonna start. Yes, I'm gonna end the poll. 80 votes. I'm here, don't worry. 80 votes, 5 votes for Uruguay, 3 votes for Brazil in the end. So the chat is backing Uruguay to win this one. Let's see. Uruguay gonna go first. Who's gonna take it? That is Valverde. There is a bit of a skirmish in the middle of the pitch. Lito, no spoilees, pelotudo. Lito. 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 Estoy retrasado. La roja directa está retrasada, boludo. No spoilees, Lito. Fede Valverde for the first penalty for Uruguay. He's taking his time for this one because Darío Herrera is speaking with both goalkeepers. This could be a classic. Era nervios de grito, wey, pará, nini. Bro, yesterday my prediction was correct. And this is even worse from Brazil. Can't give an upset. Ay, ay, ay. Valverde, Pajarito, Canario, Águila. Federico Valverde, first penalty for Uruguay. Against Alison Becker. Valverde. He scores. Valverde scores. 1-0 to Uruguay. What happened to the stream, bro? It's freezing again. Why is it? Everyone must be watching this freaking stuff. It was buffering so much, man. Soy Celeste. Eder Militao, first penalty for Brazil. Why is it buffering, bro? It's buffering because there's so many people watching the stream. Here's Militao, first penalty for Brazil against Sergio Rochet. Eder Militao. Saved by Rochet! Saved by Rochet! Saved by Rochet! Amazing save! Oh, wow! What a save from Rochet! That was a well-taken penalty from Militao, but fantastic dive from Rochet, and it's 1-0 Uruguay. Amazing save from Rochet. Militao cannot score. Here comes Bentancur. Rodrigo Bentancur for Uruguay against Alisson. Bentancur scores 2-0. Alisson dove too late. He waited. He dove too late. And Bentancur makes it 2-0 for Uruguay. Brazil can just take the first penalties. Andreas Pereira. Andreas Pereira, second penalty for Brazil against Rochet. Remember, people, no spoilers. I'm really behind on this stream because there's so many people watching. It's really delayed. Andreas Pereira. Pereira. Goal. He scores for Brazil. 2-1. Pereira cuts the distance. Ball goes one way, goalkeeper goes the other. It's always a goal. Brazil will join CONCACAF, that's it. 2-1 for Uruguay, and here comes Georgian de Arrascaeta. De Arrascaeta, third penalty for Uruguay against Alisson. Son mis ojos, no puedo ver el partido. Golazo de Arrascaeta. Golazo de Arrascaeta. 3-1 for Uruguay. Top left corner. Even though Alisson dived the right way again, it's going to the top corner. You're never saving that, even if you reach for it. So good from Georgian de Arrascaeta. It's 3-1 for Uruguay. This puts a lot of pressure on this penalty. Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz. That third penalty for Uruguay was beautiful. Yeah, Georgian de Arrascaeta. Douglas Luiz faces Rochet. Third penalty for Brazil. Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz. Hits the post! Hits the post and it's out! Hits the post and out! Douglas Luiz misses. And Uruguay has the match on a silver platter. I need to load. My laptop was running out of battery. Douglas Luiz hits the post and it goes out. And Uruguay has match point. Uruguay has match point. Jose Maria Jimenez, who came in for the injured Ronald Araujo. If he scores, Uruguay are through to the semifinals. Jose Maria Jimenez steps up. Saved by Alisson! Saved by Alisson! Saved by Alisson! He keeps Brazil alive! Alisson keeps Brazil alive, denies Jose Maria Jimenez the chance to win it for Uruguay. They still have more chances though. Brazil still has to score. Martinelli still has to score. It's still match point. Gabriel Martinelli has to score. Martinelli against Rochette, and he scores. He scores 3-2 to Uruguay. Another chance to win it. Another chance to win it for Uruguay. My stream is buffering, bro! Load the fucking game! Ay, ay, ay. Ugarte, Manuel Ugarte. Ugarte, if he scores, he sends Uruguay to the semifinals. My stream is still buffering, bro. Still match point. Here comes Ugarte. Ugarte against Alisson to send Uruguay to the semifinals. Ugarte scores! And Uruguay are through to the semifinals. Brazil are out. Alisson did the best he could, but Manuel Ugarte ends up winning it for Uruguay. Uruguay faces Colombia in the semifinals, and Brazil are eliminated. Game, set, match. Game over for Brazil. And Uruguay has done it. They will play Colombia in the 10th of July. Brazil out in the quarterfinals. People in the chat are happy about it, except Patrick apparently. De nada, Arito, cuando quieras. Two minutes late. Was I that behind? Was I that behind? Like, for real, the stream was buffering so much. It was lagging. There were so many people watching that game. Like, yeah. Crazy. But Uruguay through to the semifinals, eliminating Brazil on penalties. Brazil can take penalty. The big three of Brazil, Germany and Italy looking weak in comparison to our glorious past. Why is Militao your first paint tankers, and why is Douglas Luiz thinking he's Ivan Toney? Congrats to Uruguay, I'll be drinking mate. Welcome Brandon Blanco. Justice at last. Much more entertaining than what Inter Miami subjected to tonight. Glad Uruguay got to advance. Wasn't 2022 World Cup semis the first time since 1930 none of Germany, Italy or Brazil were in the semis? That is crazy. That is crazy. I didn't know that stat. Brazil has been defeated. It's okay. We have backyard celebrations. Yeah, sorry for being that behind, but for real, the stream was so behind on that one. Tactical manager crying that Uruguay Brazil was a dirty match. Tak is always so, like, Tak is always so salty, bro. I can stand the guy. Brazil are out. Yeah, 2018 World Cup as well. True. 2018. England, Croatia, France, Belgium. This might be the worst Brazil team in a long time. These guys were terrible. Yep. Even though 2016 Brazil got grouped in Copa America, these guys just have no grit, no attacking prowess, no creativity, no happiness, no jogo bonito, no nothing. No character. Not even Don Carlo could fix this, the eyebrow. That was a weird eyebrow, I'm sorry. Canada into the semis was not in my 2024 bingo list. Neither was on mine. I don't know who to choose between Colombia or Uruguay. That is a crazy game. That is going to be a crazy game to pick a spot in the final. Both teams. Colombia are arriving on better form, arguably. But, you know, they faced Panama. Meanwhile, Uruguay had to get it done against Brazil. So there's levels to this. Brandon, I want Colombia to go through just because they have 26 unbeaten streak. That is an argument, definitely. Anyway, this was a very tough game. Lots of fouls. Not many chances. Teams going back and forth. We saw a red card. We saw scrambles. We saw fights. We saw skirmishes. And we saw penalties. And we saw Uruguay go through. We saw Brazil go out. We want Argentina? No, but Colombia to get to the final and then lose the winning streak against Argentina. That's what we want. Why would Don Carlo coach Brazil? Only Vini fans say this. Italians would never let Ancelotti coach Brazil. True. Uruguay-Brazil felt like a boxing match. Yep. Soy Celeste, sing the people in Las Vegas. So anyway, people in the chat, thank you so much for watching. Let's see, how many likes did we reach in the end on this stream? 22 likes we got. Another successful stream. Thank you so much everyone who made it happen. Thank you Alexandra, thank you Haris, thank you Kevin, thank you Brandon, thank you JGP, thank you SSB, thank you Mats who went to sleep, thank you AD who was also busy. Everyone, I'm forgetting people as well, but thanks to everyone who tuned in, who left their like, who left their comments. 10 the item too. It's been an amazing stream. Who was man of the match? It's tough to decide. There wasn't really a standout, but guess you have to give it to Rochette for that penalty performance. Was stays in Vegas for Brazil. 23 likes. Is it 23 now? Anyway, 24. We keep going up. Thank you to everyone who keeps liking the stream. Bro, okay, 25. Very successful stream. A lot of people in the chat. A lot of people giving their thoughts. Thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you to everyone who liked. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. It's been a great stream. We take a break until Tuesday. On July 9th, I'm going back to the bar. And not the BAR with like short B like this one with capital B. We're going back to the bar. Argentina against Canada in the semifinals. 9th of July is the next watch along, so stay tuned for that. The referee was the man of the match. Stay tuned for that watch along. Argentina against Canada on the 9th of July. We're going back to the bar for that one. I'm gonna put delay so I'm not actually spoiling anybody. Again, thank you so much for watching. It's been an incredible day. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day. And I'll be seeing you all next time.